live. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We are live on YouTube today. We are talking about vision boards and screenplays, or vision boards for writers. Either one works, so there's the sign. See? Say that anyway. So, so silly. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to be brief today, and we're just going to kind of go through. If you don't know what a vision board is, you can Google it. No, I'm joking. Vision boards are a really useful tool in life in general to make plans, to do things, to set your goals, to, I think I've used vision boards kind of since I was a child. You know how, well, I don't know, maybe you don't, but I used to make little, so funny when I think about it now, but I used to take magazines or whatever, totally dating myself here, and make, what do they call them? There's a word like shadow box maybe? And you would cover, you know, paper mache kind of thing over a shelf, you know, things that you loved. Not knowing, even as a child, when I would do that, it would be all full of movies. So that really did, like, you know, that was a vision board for me, even as a child. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was inspiring, and I always pick these inspiring pictures. That is basically, so Scruffles is here. She's seeing squirrels. She wants to go outside. So she's my assistant. So when you want to do a vision board, we have a handout today. And so we've given you some tips about how to create a vision board, and actually kind of specifically, if you are a writer, how you might use a vision board. So I'm going to be looking at the handout so I can guide you through it. So if you have any comments, I might not see your comments. So apologize for that, but I'm just going to go through, if you have a vision board, there's certain types of vision boards. So it basically is a tool to help you find clarity so that you can guide yourself to the things that you want to accomplish. So as a writer, or as a screenwriter, or as anything, an actor, anything in the film industry, you know, you have dreams that you want to accomplish, and you can use a vision board. And now there are digital vision boards that you can create, which are super cool, that you can then, like, I have a vision board that is my desktop, my screensaver. So it reminds me all the time of the things that I'm, you know, striving for, and actually things on my vision board have been coming true, which is super cool. So that's really fun, right? When you put something on your vision board and then it happens, it's really great. So it's basically putting your dreams kind of, you know, right in front of you. And I've done this with, you can do, so I'm just going to go through the types. So you can have like a single subject or a solo vision board, which is if you want to lose weight, maybe you put pictures of people that are at the weight that you want to get to help inspire you, or you want to work with a certain person, so you put that person on your vision board. So it has to do, like, let's just use your screenplay, for example. So you might have a production vision board of your screenplay, which means who the you know, people you want to work with, the directors that you might want to direct it, you know, where is it set, you know, maybe a picture of the setting, that kind of thing. So it can be the subject of your screenplay. There's also word art or word vision boards where it's, you know, inspirational sayings or quotes from people that you admire, or lines of dialogue that have inspired you, maybe your own lines of dialogue that you know that you can't wait to hear on the tip of everyone's tongue, you know, things, whatever, that can be the style of vision board that you want to do. You can do all-encompassing cornucopia. So that's actually what I have right now. I actually have a vision board that also I, you know, include you guys. So I have goals for myself, but I also have goals that I am actively pursuing to help you create your dreams and your goals. So I think that's really important. So that's actually on my vision board. So I have a sort of cornucopia of things on my vision board, which is, you know, places to live and things I want my students to accomplish and places I want to travel to. Travel is a really fun one, a really fun vision board to do, is all the places that you want to travel. There's also the bucket list, you know, kind of a similar things. You can do one that's a bucket list vision board of all the things that you want to make sure that you do, you know, and you could put a time limit on it or no time limit, whatever works for you. So in terms of the types of vision boards and you know, things that you can include, you can also include, and I think that this is sort of important, which is things from your past. So accomplishments that you've already, you know, have created, things that have already happened. Because when you put something like that on your vision board, it sort of legitimizes all of it, right? If you've been able to accomplish something that you really wanted to accomplish, it can remind you that you did that. So why wouldn't you not be able to do the next thing? So that's, I actually like to include things from your past on your vision board. I think it kind of brings it home in a more interesting way. And so, or if there was someone in your life that was really important to you, or maybe someone who's passed away that was really important to you, or even if someone that you don't know that was inspirational to you, you can put that person on your vision board so you can kind of feel they're always with you, or they always have that presence, and they will kind of help anything that makes it so that when you look at that vision board, whether it's on your desktop or you actually do a cork board and you do it that way where you actually cut out pictures, when you put it all together, anything that inspires you to have a better day or have a better life or move on to the next thing. It can be really, health goals. It can be wellness. It can be, there's so many things. You can put material things on there. I'm totally a big believer. I don't have a thing like, oh, you can't be materialistic. If that's what floats your boat and makes you happy, put the Lamborghini on your vision board. It's whatever, it's for you. And you can make it really personal. You can actually, create a digital vision board and then make it really transparent to where if someone were to see it as your screensaver, and you can make it a huge collage. So someone might not even be able to really tell. It might just look like kind of random things, but you know what it is as you look at it. So there's so many ways that you can go with creating whatever it is that inspires you. And we have a few. I'm going to give you this handout. If you just look in the show notes below, you'll be able to get the link to the handout, and it will walk you through it. So it's all in here for you. But basically, they now have apps. There's an app called Canva, which is also a website, which is awesome. And you can create anything in Canva. I really love Canva. And there's if you want to create, you can create websites, you can create images, you can create graphics, you can create so many things in Canva, totally free, canva.com. And there's actually, and I'm going to put the show notes, there's Business Template Babe. She's awesome. And she actually creates templates that you can use in Canva for all kinds of things. I don't know that she has a vision board specifically template, but you don't really need a template for a vision board because you're just sort of gathering pictures and arranging them how you'd like them to be. There isn't necessarily a template. So that's something that you can create in Canva, and I'll put her website down below as well. And then here's some of the apps. There's also Dreamboard, and these are just apps that I have found that do vision boards. I don't particularly use them. I just use Canva. But there's the Subliminal Vision Board, Wishboard, Hay House Vision Board. I love Hay House products, so I bet that one's great. Dream Vision Board, Visu App, Visual Life, Corculus Pro, Pic Collage, Bloom, Mind Movies, which actually looks pretty cool because you can actually make a little mini movie, like a slideshow, and put music to it, and then you can have that play, put on autoplay on your startup list or whatever, And then there's makeavisionboard.com. So this is obviously a thing, right? Like people do this. A lot of people do this. There's so many ways that you can go. And then you can also get free pictures of things where you just enter in, you write like beach house, whatever, and then it'll bring up a bunch of pictures for you to choose from. A lot of free sites. We just listed a few. Pixabay, Shutterstock, PicMonkey, Unsplash. These are all picture sites that you can just to get free photos that you can use on your vision board. So those are some of the ways to use it. And then the other thing that we want to really hone you in on is for your story, right? We are all about story here at Hollywood Gatekeepers. So really, we want you to use that vision board to get that story going, right? So how can you use this to help get your screenplay done? So there's so many ways you can go. I kind of mentioned a few. So you can pull images that really capture your story. You might even, as you're pulling these images, it might help you get unstuck maybe in a certain part of your story. You can cast the movies, put the celebrities that you really want to see in your story. That could help you with dialogue. If you have a certain character that you're struggling with how they might sound, put a person on your vision board that might help you with that voice, right? So then when you're going to write, you can use that voice and kind of get yourself going. You could do several different vision boards that are from your character's perspective. Like, what is the vision board that your protagonist might create, and what might that look like? And I love this one. What is the vision board that your villain would create, right? He's the evil scientist there. I want a picture of money. Not that money's evil. But I'm playing, but you see what I'm saying is that you can create these vision boards that are from your character's perspective. And that will really, when you sit down to create a vision board, right, you're like thinking about all your wants and desires and needs and past and present and future and people. And so many things go into a vision board that if you sit down sort of embodying your character from your screenplay and create their vision board, how much easier is it going to be to go back to your screenplay and write that story, right? I think that's super exciting. So I want to see some vision boards. I want to see some vision boards. Go into our Hollywood Gatekeepers Facebook group and post your vision board. Would love to see that. I want to see the vision boards that are from your character's perspective. That would be super, super cool. So use your vision board to inspire you. That's why we are here, is we really want to inspire you. If you like what you're seeing here today, be sure to subscribe, click the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we have a new video, share, rate, review, all of those things. Word of mouth is our best form of advertising. So let people know that we're here. As you can see, we have hundreds of videos on this channel where we're helping you figure out ways to navigate Hollywood, to be a reader. That's the main thing that we focus on. But we focus on, so as a reader, you can use all of these things to help a writer if you are coaching someone. So we develop readers that work for production companies and producers. We also develop readers that work for specifically as consultants and coaches for writers. So if you're coaching a writer, this is one of the tools that you can use to help get them unstuck. So that's why we're spreading this word. We really want to be that resource for writers and readers and entrepreneurs, because we feel that anyone in this industry, in show business, is an entrepreneur. So share this, use it, check out the channel. We'd love to have you in the Facebook group and share your vision boards there. And we just want to kind of leave you on one final note, is that as you create these vision boards, right, one of the things that's happening here is you're starting to make choices. And we really want you to be responsible for the choices that you make in your life, right? Look around you, everything in your world is there because of choices that you've made along the way. And we have a mailing list, which we'd love you to subscribe. And sometimes we get people that get upset and say, stop emailing me. We never send an email to someone that we got somewhere. It's always because they asked for it, like literally asked for it. We have what they call a double opt-in, meaning like you sign up for our email list, and then when we say, are you sure? Just to make sure, because we never want to send an email to someone who doesn't want it. But every great once in a while, and not very often for the amount of people that we have, someone says, hey, you better unsubscribe me, which of course we do. But they subscribed in the first place. So we really want you to, this became such a great metaphor for life, is like unsubscribe from the things that you don't want in your life. Absolutely. If people get in there and they realize it's not for them, we want you to unsubscribe for sure. You know, if these videos aren't ringing true to you, go find the thing that does. But be aware when you're subscribing, you know, choose the things that you're subscribing and take responsibility for the things that you're subscribing to. And I'm meaning this as a metaphor, like whatever, email list, whatever. But you know, when you're subscribing to certain choices in your life, that's what you're doing with these vision boards, right? You're subscribing to a certain choice in your life. Man, go all out, be big with this, dream big and make that choice, right? Like step into it. I mean, who would you have to be to make these choices come true? And you're perfectly capable of doing that. And we're right here with you. Anytime you need encouragement, we're there. So we will be with you all along the way. Again, come into the Hollywood Gatekeepers Facebook group. Let us see those vision boards. So super happy to have you guys here. Super happy to be sharing this. And we will see you next time. All right. Thanks for tuning in today. I never know how to end these. All right. Now I do. Thanks for seeing us. And we will see you next time. See you on the inside.